Hi guys, namaste, namaskara, vanakkam, tax Thalaiva this side. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, in the very recent May 2025 CA examination results, only 20% of the students were able to clear their examination, and rest 80 to 85% approximately students were not able to clear their examination. The reason is not that the students are not capable or they are not serious. Of course, the CA students are generally capable enough and they are serious enough to clear their examination, but due to maybe lack of strategy or lack of proper guidance, they were not able to clear their examination. After results, I have been receiving a lot of messages from the students. Sir, I'm in a very confusion state of mind. Whether shall I go with the single group or both groups? See, guys, this video is majorly for only CA intermediate students. This is not for CA final students. Because I personally believe that CA final students are capable enough to decide and conclude whether they want to go with single group or both groups, because they have already tackled the two stages of examination, so they are in a much better state to self evaluate and take a proper decision about their coming examination. But somewhere I personally feel CA intermediate students do not have proper guidance, so I'm here to clarify all such sort of confusion which you have, whether you need to go for single group in the coming attempt or for both groups. This video is only for those students who could not clear their CA intermediate examination in May 2025. If you are someone who are going to freshly appear for September 2025 examination, then I'll be preparing a separate video whether you should go for single group or both groups. This video is only for those students who were not successful in May 2025 CA inter examination, guys. So firstly, let's have two scenarios. So you gave either both groups in your May 2025 examination, or you only gave single group in your May 2025 examination. So there may be two possibilities. If you had given both groups in your May 2025 examination, and let's say, for example, you had scored more than 120 marks in each group, I'm saying in each of the groups, your score was exceeding 120 marks, but less than the required passing marks. In that case, boss, it implies that you need more practice. Means on the concepts side, it looks that because you have already scored more than 120 marks, it means that you have got the individual papers cleared, but somewhere due to aggregate game you have lost it. So it shows that the concepts are good enough at your end, but probably you need more of practice here. So you need to practice more, guys. And if you want to still revise the concepts very quickly, you can watch some marathon videos. Almost every teacher nowadays uploads marathon videos. You can pick any one. If you want income tax marathon, I have also uploaded income tax marathon in 100% English language for CA and CMA intermediate, guys. Whichever I have uploaded for May 2025, exactly the same thing applies for September and Jan as well. There are no changes. If you want to download my book, even that is available in that video's description, so you can go and download that. So you need to watch marathon videos because time is very limited and you are giving both the groups, so you cannot go for fast track courses and all, and that is not required. I will come for whether you need to buy a course or not for a particular subject, that also will be discussing. But generally, prima facie, if you have scored more than 120 marks in each of the groups, then guys, straight away go for marathon videos, repeatedly watch them and practice a lot. If you want to know exact reason why you did not score that required passing marks, in that case you can apply for your papers on RTI. You will get your papers and evaluate them. You have to do self evaluation and check where you went wrong, why you could not score the higher marks. You were able to clear individual papers, but probably you were not able to score the higher marks required for aggregate. So you need to apply for papers, get them, evaluate them. You will find the answer, work on that. I personally feel somewhere you are lacking on practice, you are lacking on presentation in the answer sheet. So these things, if you can work, definitely you will clear in your coming examination. Don't go for single group. If you are in this kind of a situation, definitely give both the groups again. Don't think of single group. You need to give both the groups only. Just little push is required. You will definitely clear in your September 20 5 examination. I hope this is clear. So let's say, for example, you are a student where you had scored less than 120 marks in each group. You had scored less than 120 marks. In that case, guys, you need to definitely take a fast track course of both the groups. Time is very much available. You can definitely consider taking fast track course for at least those subjects where you think that you are actually weak. Say for example, in this 120, in both the groups, when you gave at least like 2 papers or 3 papers, you would have, out of 6 papers, if you had scored 50 plus or 55 plus in any of the papers, ignore those papers. I mean, ignore in the sense, ignore for considering taking a course. So don't take courses for them. Try to revise and build your concepts in those papers where you scored more than 50. But for those papers where you scored less than 40, you can consider taking fast track courses for such papers. And you can apply for RTI, where you can get your papers, self evaluate and check where you went wrong, so you can work on that. I hope this is clear. If you had got less than 120 marks in each of the groups, but you had scored in individual paper 50 plus, in those papers course is not required. But for those papers where you scored less than 50, less than 40, in that case you can consider buying a fast track course, quickly finish that course, and you can start practicing more and more. If you are in this kind of a situation, I would still suggest to go for both groups, because in the previous attempt you had already prepared to some extent, so you need to build up to the next level. So still you can consider giving both the groups. Don't think of single group again. You can very well go for both group, but this time little bit more effort would be required from your end. Build a proper strategy. Whichever papers you got more than 50, try getting 60 plus in those papers. A little bit push will be required on those papers. Don't totally ignore them. You need to give equal importance to all papers, I repeat. Yes, so in those papers where you got less than 50 or 40, take a fast track course and try to rectify your mistakes. You will be able to clear in the next attempt. So go with both the groups again. If you had given single group in May 2025 and failed only in one subject, so other two subjects you were managed to get more than 50 marks, but in one particular subject you have lost the game, maybe audit or law for that matter, sorry, audit or something like that. In that case, boss, buy the course for that particular subject in which you have flunked, means you failed in one particular subject. Buy a fast track course of that particular subject and practice a lot. Practice all the 3 papers a lot, but more focus should be on that paper which you actually failed, and equally you should focus on the other subjects also. Don't ignore. Just because you got 50 in the last attempt does not mean that you can ignore them. But this time, shall I go for both groups or single groups? So that is a big question mark here. Guys, let me tell you one thing. If you had scored 50 plus, means you did not get exemption, you got somewhere 55, 58, something like that in 2 papers. So you had appeared for single group, means you had 3 papers, 3 subjects. In that, in 2 subjects, I'm saying, in both the subjects or both the papers, other than you failed, two papers are there. In both the papers, if you had scored 50 plus, in that case, I would suggest to go for both groups. You can try both groups because 2 papers are already strong enough for you. Third paper, you can actually spend some time for fast track. Still, you have enough of time. Give it a shot, I'm saying. Who knows, if you, at least in worst case, you are not clearing both groups, at least one group you will definitely clear, because you are already working on that one group which you gave in the earlier attempt. In the second group, who knows, you may end up with the exemption, and next attempt it will be much easier for you. Are you getting it? So don't just go for one group. I would suggest to go for both groups and try maximum your best to come up with the both groups as a successful result in the next attempt. If not happening, at least you will end up with one more exemption. By clearing one group and one more exemption, it is possible. But try your best to clear both the groups. It is possible, boss. You gave single group in May 2025 examination, failed in more than one subject, means given a 3 papers. But out of that, at least say for example, 2 papers, you failed, only one paper you cleared, you got some 50, 55. Or even if you got an exemption in that paper, was still, I would suggest take a fast track for both the subjects in which you flunked or failed and practice a lot. I would not suggest you to go for both the groups because two papers you need to focus. A very dangerous decision to go for both the groups because I assume you had at least 6 months of time for your first attempt of May 2025. If you are not able to clear in 6 months one group, then I would generally not suggest to go for both the groups. In this kind of a scenario, guys, you can actually go for one group. Only go with one group. You will definitely clear in the next attempt. I hope that is clear. Now, one general thing which I suggest and have seen in the past many attempts in my teaching experience is if you want to short, damn 100% you want to clear an examination or a paper, at least three readings is required, boss. Without minimum three readings, you will not be able to recall the concepts, recall the content or stuff. It is very, very difficult. Unless you are an extraordinary person where you just, like Swami Vivekananda, you just read once and everything is there in your mind, that's an exception. But in a generally normal human being, at least three times if you read, then only you will be able to recall something. And one full test is required. Full test you need to give at least before going to examination so that you are having that experience of finishing off the paper within just 3 hours, 100% of the paper. So these two has to be there for you to give a 100% shot and clear the examination with a short result. Are you getting it? So a few tips here I would like to give the students. Number one is what don't copy others. Just because your chaddi buddy, your macha is giving both the groups, you are not required to give both the groups. You have to self-evaluate. Where do you stand? What is your capability? All these things, if you figure out, only then you will be in a better situation to find out whether you are capable for both the groups or not. You need to find out in which situation you are. Just because your friend also failed in examination, he is again going for both groups. Don't do such mistakes. Find out whether you are actually having that confidence to clear in the next group, next attempt, both groups or not, and find out where you stand in this criteria or scenario, and accordingly take a decision. Don't copy someone. Next, no egos. What if I take only one group? What will my friend will think? Hey, he's only taking one group, both the groups. Why shouldn't I give both the groups? No, no ego games. Okay, you have to be practical enough. This is not a video game. This is a life game. 6 months, one small mistake, 6 months it will cost you. So you need to be very, very careful at the time you take your decision whether to go for single group or both group because you have already failed. Again, if you fail, your confidence level will go from now the confidence level is zero. It will go to negative, minimum, minus it will go in the next attempt. So avoid such situations. Be practical enough. At least if you clear one group in the next attempt, you will at least have boost a little bit of confidence for yourself. This does not mean I'm not saying to go for both groups. I already evaluated and I told you in which scenarios you need to go for both groups. Self introspection is very, very important. Get your papers from RTI. Look at the papers where you went wrong. If you think that to develop that skill to clear the examination, it will take more time, then go for both the groups. I mean, single group. If you think that no, I can manage clearing both the groups, just here and there some mistakes were there, and that's why I could not score that much, then boss, better go for both the groups. Yes, so getting the papers is very, very important. Get your papers. You will definitely, boss, every attempt I tell my students, and lot of students cleared in the next attempt just because of one small advice I gave them was, you want to know the reason why you failed, get your papers from RTI, look at them, introspect, compare with the suggested answers, you will get the answer, boss, why you failed. No one else can tell. Yes. Next, don't skip the attempt. Sir, I gave both the groups, sir. Next attempt, I'm planning for a rank, sir. Bang, bang. I'll definitely get my rank, sir. No, da. Once you failed, no. If you skip the attempt, you will get used to skipping the attempts there. Don't skip it. At least skipping the attempt in very first attempt, planning for a rank is okay. But after failing, skipping the attempt, I think it is very dangerous decision. At least to go for one group, right? At least one group, boss. If you're thinking to skip the attempt, at least one group you should seriously prepare and attempt. Skipping is a very, very dangerous thing. So finally, I would like to say, if you are a CA intermediate student who could not clear the examination, the reason may be strategy, lack of strategy or guidance. It is not about your capability, boss. You are definitely capable enough. Because see, CA foundation you cleared means you have the skills. One stage of CA examination you cleared means you are made for becoming a chartered accountant. You are in the middle of the game. Definitely you will clear. You are not at the start of the game. This is not CA foundation. CA inter means you have already crossed one tough examination phase, means you have the capability to clear your examination. So take my words, boss. Work on this thing and take my suggestion. You will definitely clear. And in next attempt, after results, you will message me, sir, I cleared my examination. So whatever your thoughts you have, whatever doubts you have regarding single group, both groups, I hope this is clarified through this video. Still, if you have questions on this particular topic or any other topic for that matter, do let me know in the comment section. I will share my thoughts with you. Yes, guys, for income tax, I have already uploaded marathon video. If you want that videos link, again, I will leave this that videos link in this video's description, or you can click on that I button. You will get the marathon video. And if you're someone who cleared, if you're someone who cleared your CA intermediate already and waiting for and failed in your CA final, still you can use this video for your analysis, boss. I hope this is clear. For more such 100% English language content for CA CMS students, I get a lot of content for them. Please do subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video with your friends who are in a dilemma whether to go for single group or both groups. This video will clarify all sort of doubts, guys. Yes, I hope this is clear. We will keep the videos like target to 100. Please do like this video, guys. Only your like is compensation for me. I do all my hard work only for your likes and comments, and please do subscribe to this channel. I hope this is clear. Signing off, Tax Thalaiva this side. Take care. Bye bye.